don't know what's going on with the bloodline. I think I know what's going on, but I think we need to have a talk about it.
Get ready! We are tours, and we're doing it better than anybody else alive!
Welcome to another episode of the Wrestle Bob Podcast and the Bobby Wrestling Show. I'm your host, Robert Bob TV Brown. Well, it's been a while since I've been up here. I've been working some extra hours, but hey, it's okay. We're going to talk about wrestling today. First thing I want to talk about is the situation with the Bloodline. Bloodline, still the hottest topic in WWE. Bloodline still get the #1 views in WWE. Bloodline is getting a little bit confusing, but still the Bloodline is the hottest thing in the WWE. It's not Cody, it's not AJ, it's not Randy Orton, it's the Bloodline. Even with Roman gone, even with The Rock gone, the Bloodline is still carrying the views when it comes to WWE. And that's why I tell people talk about, oh, we need to get rid of this Bloodline story. Keep going on too long. The Bloodline is not a storyline. The Bloodline is a legacy. It is a heritage. It is a lineage. It is generations of Samoans and those who are mixed with Samoans tied into this NOI Maivia family. Which includes the Fatus and you name it. So this story ain't going nowhere because this generation and this dynasty is huge, and it is all over the wrestling industry. You name it, in every promotion you can find a Fatu or NOI or a Maivia descendant. But let's talk about the Bloodline story today. Friday, in the segment of SmackDown, Paul Heyman decided to get some guts and say, hey, look, Solo, I need to talk to you, man, because, can I talk to you in private, bro? And Solo looked to his left, and the guys just moved. And that right there let me know that Solo has some kind of power, but is it Solo that has the power, or did somebody give Solo the power? But we're going to talk about it a little more. So he gave Paul that one-on-one time, and Paul said, hey, I got to let you know, I'm the tribal's chief wise man. I'm Roman Reigns' wise man. I'm not yours. Now, they could have beat him down. They could have given him the Samoan spike. They could have gave him the stun gun. The stun gun is gun stun, or whatever they call it, is equivalent to the RKO. It is Tommy Tonga's version of the RKO, which the WWE is not going to let him use, which sucks. He does it just as good as Randy Orton in my book. But nevertheless, they could have did this to Paul Heyman. But Solo realized he needs Paul Heyman. Solo realized that Paul Heyman is the one that make the deal, the one that make it possible for them to cut the biggest checks for the Bloodline. He realized without Paul Heyman, nothing can get done to the level it need to get done for the entire Bloodline. It's always been like that. So Solo asked him a question. Have you talked to the tribal chief? Because I have. And the tribal chief said, long as he gone, I'm in charge. He said he mentioned to him, he said, look, you lied. You lied. I guess to protect the family, you lied about you withdrawing Roman's name out of the hat. We should have been the #1 draft pick. All of us should have been been the first people to choose to go to, because it's always been like that with Roman being the top champion on the promotion. We should be #1, but we're not. We should have been able to go back to our locker room. We should have been able to run the yard. We should have been able to do it. It looked like you're trying to take money out of our pocket. It looked like you're trying to start my family member. You ain't trying to start my family member, are you? And okay, my family, are you? And in the mode of the tribal chief Roman Reigns, he asked those questions. And as you can see right there, Paul Heyman like, no, I wouldn't dare try to do that. But then Solo say, look, I understand what you're trying to do. I understand what you're trying to protect our family. You're trying to make sure you do what's right for your family. Have you talked to Roman? No, I haven't talked to Roman. Well, I have. And Roman said, as long as he's not here, I'm in charge. You're my wise man now. So you will work with me and speak on behalf of me and my new MFTs. Now, we all know that Roman was grooming Jey Uso to be the right-hand man. The right-hand man job in kingdom perspective, in a monarchy, the right-hand man is the one who makes the decisions on behalf of the king. He represents the king. If the king go out and fight a battle, which a lot of kings do, a lot of kings don't stay home and let you fight the battles. They go and fight the battle with you. Who's in charge? Who stays behind? Well, it ain't the jester, and it's not the queen. It's the right-hand man that continue to make the moves on behalf of the king. And oftentimes, some kingdoms, if there were no heir, then the right-hand man would assume the throne, not the queen, because some cultures, the queen doesn't sit on the throne alone. And right now, with Jay gone, Roman had to depend on Solo to be his right-hand man, and said he was grooming him to kind of take his place. And he's walking around as if he's the tribal chief. Now, honestly speaking, I don't think he's the tribal chief. And honestly speaking, I think Solo lying through his doggone teeth. Solo will say anything to kind of calm Paul Heyman down, and he's manipulating Paul Heyman to get him what he wants by using the term, the phrase, by orders of the tribal chief. That's a tool of manipulation that they're using over Paul Heyman, and Paul Heyman is confused. He's frustrated and he's fearful. Now, here's my philosophy concerning this whole thing. I don't think it's Roman calling the shots. Just because he said it doesn't mean it's true. On the Anoa'i family side, Roman Reigns is the tribal chief. Roman Reigns is an Anoa'i. His name is Joe Anoa'i. He's from that family tree. In that family tree comes the Fatus. And Jimmy and Jay is a Fatu. Solo is a Fatu. The daddy is Rikishi. The Tonga kid was a Fatu. That is Jacob's Fatu's father. You got Zilla Fatu. His daddy was Umaga. Those were Fatus. On the other side, you have the Maivia family with High Chief Maivia. High Chief Maivia is the one who ushered this family into the wrestling industry. It was not Reverend Anoa'i. He was not the wrestler. It was High Chief Maivia who took Alpha and Sika under his wing to train them as wrestlers and to train anybody under them. It was High Chief Peter Maivia. They had a blood covenant. Stronger together. We're family. They cut blood. That was what you do in tribal bonding. You have a blood covenant. It goes millions of years back. That blood is just like having birth to a child. There's 3 ways to become a part of a Samoan family. In that case, most tribes. Either you're born in that tribe, or you marry into that tribe, or you're adopted in that tribe and you do a blood covenant, or you just decide that you're gonna, I have a strength that you can use and you have a strength that I can use. So let's form a blood covenant together and become one family. And that's what they did here. Now, on the Maivia side of the family, way on the Maivia family, you see the family tree that brought in Superfly Jimmy Snuka. That's on the Peter Maivia side of the family. That is not on the Anoa'i side of the family. That's on the Maivia side of the family. Also on the Maivia side of the family, you got The Rock. You got Nia Jax. And then you also have Haku, blood covenant. Uncle Haku is part of the family. Peter Maivia, High Chief, began to work with Haku. Haku, sons are. And he had 2 adopted sons that he brought into the fold. And that's Tommy Tonga, but Hikuloa. Tonga Loa is Haku's real son. So that side of the family comes from the Rock side of the family, which makes me think that this is the Rock's team that he's building. This is not the Roman team that he's building. So with the Rock team, you got The Rock, you got Jacob Fatu, you got The Rock, you have Haku. You can bring Haku in. You have The Rock, you have Tommy Tonga, you have Tonga Loa, and soon, I believe he's going to be signed as Hikuloa. And you may get Jacob Fatu, you may get Zilla. Zilla still got a long way to go. He's on the Reality of Wrestling promotion, which is on the Booker T, and Booker T say he's not ready yet. And Rikishi say he's not ready yet, and they're pushing hard to maintain his stay there, even though we want him to come because he's a beast, good-looking guy, man. He could be something the WWE is looking for, a superstar at his young age. Right now, he's not ready. He needs to mature. If he do anything, they're going to send him to NXT. Now, Jacob Fatu, on the other hand, he's not going to go to NXT, man. He's been wrestling for a while. He was MLW, the longest reigning champion, world heavyweight champion, 600 plus days. He was tag team champion with Solo, but he began to outshine Solo. Solo ended up getting the call, thanks to his daddy Rikishi, to come to NXT and move his way on up. And that's exactly what he did. But the WWE wanted Jacob Fatu. They began to poach him a little bit, and they ended up getting a lawsuit over Jacob Fatu. The MLW versus WWE lawsuit was basically that. Now, what I predict, I got a feeling that once Hikaloa comes, you got Tommy Tonga and Tongaloa come. Who knows, you might get Bad Luck Fale in there also. In The Rock, that's 5 bloodline members. Most of them are islanders from the Tongan Islands. And then you got the Samoans on the Anoa'i side of the family. You got Roman Reigns. You got a reunited Usos. And I got a feeling that once the Tongans get what they want, they're going to get rid of Solo. They're going to beat down Solo real bad. You're going to start to have sympathy for Solo because they're going to put a big whooping on him, and he's going to end up coming over back to the Fatu side. So you got Roman Reigns, Joe Anoa'i, Jey and Jimmy Uso, Fatu's, Solo Sikoa going to get beat down, and they're going to go rescue their brothers. That's 4. Now, where are you going to get that 5th person? Who's going to be on their side? Who's going to be on the side with Roman Reigns? Honestly speaking, I believe Jacob Fatu, and that's the reason why they're waiting so long. I believe that in time, it's going to be the Tongan Samoan side of the Anoa'i tree, Anoa'i family bloodline, and the Fatu Anoa'i side of the family going to be coming together to merge this so-called civil war that they're going to have. Matter of fact, honestly speaking, I don't care who wins the civil war. They just need to come together at the end. See, the thing is, The Rock is coming back for that World Heavyweight title, and he needs to build a team to get it done for him. Will the Gorilla of Destinies, Tommy Tonga and Tongaloa, get the tag team champion? You doggone right they're going to get it. They're going to get it from Austin Theory. It ain't going to be no problem. Will Hikaloa come? Will they get any kind of go? I don't think so right away. But you got those 4 plus The Rock is 5 going against Roman Reigns, the Usos, a returning Solo after a brutal beatdown. The Solo is going to be crushed. He's going to be crushed, and he's going to end up going back with his brothers then. And then you got Jacob Fatu. They need somebody to mirror and match Solo at first. See, the thing about Jacob Fatu and everybody, I heard their word about Jacob Fatu taking the shine from Solo. It's always been that way. Solo good, but Jacob Fatu is amazing. That's why as a tag team, sooner or later they were going to have a Marty Jannetty and Shawn Michael moment, somebody getting kicked in the jaw and out of the group, and somebody going solo. Luckily that didn't happen. Solo contract was up, and then he went on to WWE thinking of Rikishi. But Jacob Fatu couldn't remain in no tag team with this guy. That's why, That's why me believing that Solo Sikoa is the new tribal chief or acting tribal chief or interim tribal chief is not going to be good if Jacob comes. Because Jacob is going to outshine him, and outshine him he's supposed to. Will Jacob be on the team initially with the Tongan family of the Anoa'i tree? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe it gets to the point where we got everybody in line from the Tongan side of the family on Team Rock, and now we have a brutal beatdown of Solo Sikoa, and the brothers come in to try to help him out. It's not enough. The number game is just too much, and then Rock and Roman is nowhere around during this time. Getting that beat down, and all of a sudden Jacob Fatu comes in the ring. A surprise appearance. Who knows where it's going to be at? Maybe SummerSlam, maybe the Royal Rumble, or anything in between. He shows up and pop up, and he's standing between the middle of two. He seemed like he's going to side with the Rock side of the family, but he ended up turning on the Rock side of the family and siding with Roman Reigns as his tribal chief. And look, it's bound to happen because they've been close family members for the longest time. They really grew up together. The Tongan kids, the Tongan side of the Anoa'i tree, they did not grow together tight like that. They're pretty much adopted in because of Peter Maivia. They never really hung out with that side of the family, the Fatu family. Their family, don't get me wrong, blood covenant is a powerful thing in that tribe. But they didn't grow together. They didn't know each other. They didn't spend a lot of quiet time with each other. Now, I can say Haku and Rikishi family did spend a little time together, but it wasn't a whole lot of time. These guys was in the San Francisco Bay. A lot of them was in Florida. And the Tongan kids, the family was still in the islands at that time. So the story of Solo Sikoa becoming the interim tribal chief is going to be very interesting. He's trying to get his acting chops in. He's speaking more. He's getting more confident speaking more. I just don't, the look just ain't I'm not buying the look of him being this tough guy, man. The way they're dressing him, man, is just lame. He's coming out there with a black suit, red shirt, a red t-shirt at that, man. Put on a suit and make sure it's custom made, button all the way down. They got you in a suit that look kind of like you didn't get it tailored. They got you wearing the shirt outside, the t-shirt is hanging over. You don't look sharp. It doesn't look like it's custom fitting. If you're going to be the tribal chief, you Paul Heyman need to hook you up. You need to go see Michael Cole's tailor. You need to talk to Michael Cole about the Men's Warehouse and get you a couple suits or something. And take off them doggone gloves, man. The car's parked, dog. Why you still got the car driving gloves on? And you don't look like a hitman. You don't look like a assassin with those gloves on. You don't look like a hitman. You look like a full of it, man. Full of man. That's what you look like. It don't make you look tough to me. So let's change this guy's wardrobe. Let's get him in a custom made suit like Roman and let him represent Roman if Roman's really the guy. Well, we know The Rock is really the guy. At least that's my prediction. But let him dress the part. Put a custom made suit and cut that doggone blonde hair out your head, man. And you stop looking like a doggone rooster with your hair up in the air. Stop. Cut that down. You got Tommy Tonga and Tonga Loa looking sharp as a tack, looking like killers, and you looking like you supposed to be in charge of these killers, but you're looking like a freaking rooster, and your suit's not working. Storyline is going to continue to improve and get great. I don't know where we're going. In my dream booking match, I can see Solo still trying to get new members on this team via The Rock. Now let's think about it. Roman's out there shooting 2 movies. He's taking a new chemotherapy treatment or another stronger, more powerful, super powerful chemotherapy treatment that pretty much put him in a normal state, if not super abnormal, which means more strength, more power that he will intake than ever before. So Roman is out doing this thing. They say he's supposed to show up at the go home show of SummerSlam. I seriously doubt it. I don't think Roman's showing up until the last entry of the Royal Rumble. At that time, I think The Rock is going to beat Cody Rhodes for the title. I don't think Cody Rhodes is going to win no 2 titles. We're going to talk about that later. I think The Rock is going to beat Cody Rhodes for the title, and Roman is going to win the Royal Rumble, and that's where this thing is really going to get good for WrestleMania, because now you got Bloodline OG and Bloodline 2.0 working together, because there's no way Solo is making the deals to get Tonga Loa out of his New Japan contract. That was kept on the hush hush. He's not doing that. Solo ain't got the ability to get Tommy Tonga a contract with the WWE. Paul Heyman may have this stroke, but Solo don't have it. Solo don't have the stroke to buy out the contract for Tonga Loa, and Solo sure ain't got the power to buy the contract out of for Hikaloa or Bad Luck Fale. Solo just ain't got it. So where are these guys coming from? Well, they ain't coming from Roman. He ain't got time for that right now. Number one, Roman's money not like that. And Roman's out there shooting film. He ain't got time to be building a team like that. So who else can do that? Well, it had to be The Rock. The Rock is worth over $500 million. The Rock sits on the board of TKO. The Rock got $13 million just for WrestleMania alone in TKO stock. Smart man, not cash. TKO stock. I'm quite sure you're taking more money to buy more Vince stock. The Rock is the only one that have the ability to bring these new wrestlers in quick, fast, in a hurry. The Rock is. That's why you saw The Rock was so close and tight knit with at the Hall of Fame with Haku, making sure Haku was okay. It's The Rock that's doing this. So at the end of the day, the tribal chief, or what you call the high chief, is going to be high chief versus the tribal chief. And the person who's really calling the shot isn't Roman Reigns. And if it is, the Tonga boy is going to be quiet and let him continue to bleed that. But yet at the same time, they're getting orders. So let's say it is true that Solo Sikoa is getting orders from the tribal chief Roman Reigns, and he's giving them orders. Of course, they're going to play the role. But let me tell you something. The Rock is giving the orders to follow through and play the long game with Solo Sikoa. When the timing is right, you're going to strike him, kick him out of the group, because I can't have that guy in that group. I don't want to deal with no losers, only winners. Beat him down, kick him out the Bloodline 2.0. He's going to go back to original Bloodline, just like Jay is going to go back to original Bloodline. because of what happened to Sokoa in time. And then you may have that war game situation between the two. Now, I don't think everybody, the first war games, I don't think everybody going to be together. I think it's going to be still trickled in, not that many numbers, but having them all together in that doggone war game situation would be awesome. So, Solo said, I talked to the tribal chief. He said, I'm in charge now.
Look at me. Sure. Look at me. Sure. I'm the captain now.
I'm the captain now. You're going to listen to me and do whatever I tell you to do. Now bring it in. Come on, give me a hug. I love you. I love you. Trying to be the tribal chief. Dude, you ain't no tribal chief, man. And when Jacob comes, you're going to find out that you're really not, man. Don't get me wrong. I like Solo. Solo is a ride or die guy. He's all about the family. He ain't going to let these personal things get in the way. He had an epiphany about wins and losses because he was losing left and right since John Cena. I don't think he's racked up a whole bunch of wins like social media saying. Just like I don't think Cody defended the title 30 times crap in 30 countries. Get out of here with that bull crap. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. This bloodline story starting to progress. More people going to come on Team Roman Reigns, aka Team The Rock. Roman ain't got nothing. He ain't building no team. Roman figure he still got Solo in his pocket. He still got Jay in his pocket, and Jimmy soon gonna come on, follow suit, and maybe he'll get Jacob Fatu on his side or Zilla on his side. Rock is building this team, and boy, when that time comes for them to have their clash, it's going to be amazing. We still got more to talk about. I'm going to see you on the next one. Like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell. Continue to hit that subscribe button. Subscribe. And if you want to support the stream, the information is right there. I do drink imported coffee. If you want to bless a brother with some coffee, I really appreciate it. But it's all about wrestling and nothing else. The Bloodline 2.0. Solo really think he running things. Solo really think he got that power to become the interim tribal chief. I got a feeling that Tommy Tonga and Tonga Loa has been given orders by The Rock. Just whatever he tell you to do, for now, do it. Roman is gone. He ain't coming back. He's doing 2 movies, taking new chemotherapy. It's going to be a while to come back. I'm the tribal chief now. You're listening to me. It's going to be interesting. I'll holler at you later. Like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.